So
Yes, sir.
today, I was rolling, and guess what came on the motherfucking radio?
Talk to me.
That Stomp by Young Buck featuring T.I. and Ludacris.
So T.I. and Ludacris going at it. What you talking about?
It was never billed as a diss track because it was neither one of their songs.
So wait, if T.I. and Ludacris went up against each other in a versus, how would that look?
It would look the same way it looked on the Stomp track. T.I. would get stomped by Luda. Like this is not even, I guess it's up for discussion, but it's not really.
I do not agree. And in fact, let's just roll the intro. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Grown Man Bars. I'm your man, Chad. That man over there is Big Absoloot. If the streets had a syllabus, he'd be the textbook and the warning label. BA, what's good, baby?
What's going down? I'm fired today. I'm on fire today. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, them Sooners will be entering the college playoff to do work against Bama in Norman, because that's what we do.
I don't talk about college football because I went to South Carolina. So I stay on basketball when we talk college sports. Women's basketball.
The women's team is once again looking real well. Dawn Staley's doing her thing there. Yeah.
Dawn Staley is queen.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
All right, so you heard it. We have a disagreement. T.I. versus Ludacris, the fair way with a versus. Now, we started this off. BA just told y'all he's taking Ludacris on this. And as soon as I heard him say that, I went Michael Jordan. That was all I needed. I took that personally. So I'm taking, I got 9. I got 9 in my bag. I will dig as deep into this bag as I need to. So what we're going to do is 9 total rounds, 1 song each round from T.I. and from Luda. Now we have categories for the songs, so it's not just the two of us picking out the best 9 songs we can come up with. Y'all have to judge this each round. At the end of each round, I need y'all to tell us who won the first round because there's bragging rights involved in this. 9 rounds, y'all tell us. The things that we're going to be looking at are the impact when the song dropped, the bars and the writing, and the cultural staying power. Remember, you decide who wins this. Y'all vote every time. Now, since BA selected Ludacris first, I'm going to ask him to give up his first song. So round 1, Ludacris versus T.I. in the GMB Verzuz.
Round 1.
We talk about the
sir.
Talk about the intro. We talk about this is me, this is who I am. Please tell me there was a better introduction. First of all, the title of the album, Back for the First Time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. What better way to say it is what it is than to come on in with none other than the banger, What's Your Fantasy? Him and Shauna, it rained. It made itself a classic because, first of all, the formula was correct. It beat in the strip club first. Mm-hmm. Then it beat in the regular club. Then it beat on the radio. And then once it hit MTV, BET, the whole gamut, it was that. But what's your fantasy? Easy pick for me. Easy.
Okay, I see that. And I don't disagree. I want to know what's your fantasy. I was okay with that.
Shout out, Shauna.
Right. But I do have another song that T.I. came out with. The first one we all heard from him. Now, in fairness, I will say I didn't like it the first time I heard it. But I actually love this song now, and it was Rubber Band Man.
Oh, I hated that damn song too.
Wild as a Taliban. But you got to give a man credit for coming in with that was his persona early on. Just like it made people outside of Atlanta go, all right, who is this little dude, man? With the rubber bands. But he had that hustler identity like that. He was that street hustler. It was straight up Atlanta trap, and it was his version of it. And it It was one of those, it's like an ugly dog to me. It was one of those, like an ugly dog that is so ugly you start to think it's beautiful. That's how I felt about that
Got a
song.
cool name like Patches.
Yeah, he got a cool little name. He's got a funny bark.
It's half Dalmatian, half Ugg.
But he got it. But he did get it because he had a little bit of production from David Banner.
Man, I will, you know what I'm saying? All respect due to Banner. You know, all respect to Banner, man. That beat was ridiculous for sure.
It sure enough was. So there y'all go. That's it. Round number 1. Ludacris's What's Your Fantasy versus T.I.'s Rubber Band Man.
It's
So
easy
get down
work.
in the comments.
It's easy work.
Tell us who won that.
Easy work.
I mean, y'all
Round
know,
one,
but
Luda. Easy work.
be easy on BA in this, y'all.
This finna be easy work. It's easy work.
All right, round 2.
Round 2.
We're talking about hood credibility versus club credibility.
Come on with it. I started last round. Come on with it.
All right, then if we talking about hood credibility, I'm talking about one that got locker rooms and gyms and people excited every time this song came on because it started with, in case you forgot, I'm the king. Man, the king, like when that beat dropped right after he said, in case you forgot, I'm the king. When that beat dropped, it dropped so hard, it shook the earth. I remember being in college at that time when that came out, and 2 football players, I heard him talking about it one day, and he was like, hey, homie, coach put on that new T.I., and when we was in the workout, we was working out, and the gym went crazy. And that was what that song was, man. It was, he put some lyrics into that one too, man. That was just that song, man. Just like, I'm that dude. That was the I'm that dude song. And man, did that song rock in the cars. Because when that thing dropped in your car, the trunk was rattling a little bit. So what you got?
Oh, it was cute. You know what I'm saying? It was
I see
cute.
you sipping on the haterade.
You know what I'm saying? It was cute. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really have to say a song title. That's all I got to do right there. You see what it is. You see what it is. We talking about the hood culture. We talking about the engine block, the hook unforgettable. DJ Premier once said this might be the most hood street anthem he ever heard from a dude who wasn't trying to be a hood dude. None other than Throw Them Bows, Southern Hospitality.
I did love me some Southern Hospitality.
Yeah. Who in the world wasn't throwing them bows, bro? Who what?
The Neptunes, baby. The Neptunes. Because that little bing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good, so that's it, y'all. Round 2. That's a good round right there. Round 2. Tell me what y'all
for
think.
street records. The King and Southern Hospitality. That's gonna be tight in the comments. I mean, I still feel like we coming out with the dub in the round, but that's tight.
No.
That's tight.
No. I of course I disagree with all that foolishness you speaking. But this is horse cockery that you're speaking. But that T.I.'s the king versus Ludacris, Southern Hospitality, that is how you have a battle. I want to see what y'all say about that one. And moving on to round 3. BA, what you got for me?
Round 3.
It's, when you talk about a hit record, right? Round 3 is about the hit.
Yes.
Now, I mean, we've had some hits. Right? We've already named a couple hits right off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we talking that got radio play day in, day out.
That's it.
Stand up. Stand up. When I move, you move. Just like that.
Just like that.
Man, tell me it was anything in the streets bigger than that when that dropped. When Stand Up dropped, Luda ran the airways, man.
Hey, I will say that video was one of those songs that made me like the song even more.
Because of the video. Oh, yeah.
But even as good as that was, I got something even better from T.I. If we talking about it, that everybody played, I got a song that every female in your life loved. Talking about commercial play. Steve Harvey even talked about this when this song dropped on his show back when he had the radio show with Shirley. You can have whatever you like. Man, That song played so much because of the ladies. That song played so much. It was one that you hated because it came on the radio entirely too often. But women absolutely loved that song. And I will give T.I. a little bit of credit on this one too, man, because that was a different direction for a rapper to go when he was talking about women. Because rappers don't usually talk about women like that. So you got to give him credit for being, everybody knows it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be hard to overcome right there.
Yeah. So that's your round 3.
That's gonna be tough.
Ludacris is Stand Up versus T.I.'s Whatever You Like. Y'all get down in the comments. You know what to do. You are the judge.
Round 4.
Round 4 is the feature kill. Now, this is the fun one. This is them on somebody else's song. Now, I am up against it here because Luda might have one of the best featured artist catalogs there is for a rapper.
Come on now.
So I was forced to dig deeper into my repertoire and pull out the big guns.
Uh-oh.
So for round 4, the feature song, I'm going with Swagger Like Us with Jay-Z, T.I., and Kanye.
Oh, he went there.
I did because this was T.I. holding his own with 2 giants in the game.
There.
He did. And don't tell me everybody didn't overplay that hook entirely too many times. But that dude was hungry on that track, man. T.I. sounded hungry on that track, and we love hungry rappers. I know you can't beat it, but what you got?
This is where the rubber hits the road. So I was waiting to see kind of which direction you went because unfairly, clearly all I had to do was say yeah with Usher and it was a rap. I won't do that. This is a hip hop show, it's a rap. So I'm gonna keep it rap. I'm not even gonna be petty and do Lovers and Friends by Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna be petty in that situation. When you went heavy hitters, I first thought Ludacris's verse on Made You Look remix. That's what I first thought. Because that's a lineup of heavy hitters as well. I'm going to piggyback on what got us here. And I'm going to say Ludacris's verse on Stomp. That's what I'm going to bring out in the picture.
That's fucked up. That's unfair. I should have drew that one off the list. I should have said this, we cannot use this verse.
Look, I did. I thought about Lovers and Friends. I thought about Made You Look. I thought about I'm So Hood remix, which he crushed. And he crushed it just to tell you should have left me off the first one. But when I thought about it, there was no other path to go but Stomp. It just wasn't. I'm a monster in this game. Similar to
the Loch Ness.
Yeah. The way he started and ended was ridiculous. It just was.
Yeah,
I mean, it as a feature kill, it checks all the boxes. It's the best verse on the song. It was a great beef record, diss track, even though it was kind of engineered as being they did it together, but they really didn't. It checks all the boxes. If you get to these comments and you have to go between these 2 songs and you pick anything but Ludacris for the win on here, you're a hater. That's all I'm going to say. You're just a hater.
I'm not going to insult y'all like that. I'm not going to insult y'all's intelligence. I think y'all can vote intelligently without being disrespected like BA is.
I think if you go any other way, it's not disrespect. It is a hater. Like, that's just what it is.
So for all you haters out there, round 4 is Swagger Like Us with T.I., Jay-Z, Kanye, and Wayne versus Luda's verse on Stomp with Young Buck, I guess, Game, and T.I.
Yeah, he on one of those versions he was on there, so we'll include him.
His name is still a J song.
Yes, he's a J song to that.
All right.
Round 5.
This is the Bar Fest. BA, what do you got for your Luda bar song?
So Luda, people may think Luda's not quite the barsmith, the wordsmith. You would be wrong. Because you don't think his cadence classifies him as a lyricist because his cadence is a simple cadence. But I mean, you're not listening. You're not listening. For my pick here, the time has come for the war with the God.
War with God.
Yeah, I got to go with that.
Okay.
He starts, I'm the best, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Don't need no publicity stunts. Let's tell the truth about it. That's how we get started. That's the one for me.
Okay. I see you doing work over there.
I'm
So
in
I
there.
got it.
I'm not feeling out with no jab. I'm check hooking from the start. I'm check hooking to the liver from the start.
I see you punching my elbow to get my arm out of the way. I see you.
I see you over there with the Philly shell. I'm check hooking, baby. I'm trying to get you up out of there. Switch them feet.
Well, let me give you a little feint. If I got to put something up against that song, Luda's War with God, then I'm going to use a song that doesn't have a name. It just has an abbreviation. It is an acronym. And if they trying to play me, I'm going to blow them off the map. ASAP. You can't tell me that we weren't all doing it. If you're trying to play me, I'm going to blow them off the map. ASAP. Just punchline after punchline after punchline. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know T.I. could do it like that till I heard that song. And I was like, okay, he just kept throwing haymakers. That's
still one of my favorite T.I. albums. I'm not going to lie. He lined them up on that joint. He lined them up.
That album was too good. But, man, his aggression, T.I.'s aggression is a lot of fun when he keeps it under control. And he had it pitched perfect on that one. So that'll give you round number 5. Luda's War with God versus T.I.'s ASAP. Y'all get down in them comments and tell us what's up.
Round 6.
All right. The club smash. Now, I went a little different direction on this one, but because it's not necessarily what you would consider club topic. But this is one that I picked that banged in all the clubs I was in at that time, which at that time was not a lot, but still, 24s.
Okay.
Because it had my partners looking at me to see if my eyes open, because I've been drinking and I've been smoking. I'm flying down 285 and I'm focused. Everybody who had lived that lifestyle was loving that song just for that line, for all the stupid times in our young lives that we did exactly what T.I. was talking about.
We took our lives and other lives into our own hands.
We listened to that song like, oh, yeah, I remember that, boy. We were stoned back then. We should have been dead. We should have died, but we didn't. So that's what I'm going with, 24s, because that's the roll song in the club. I know Luda's got a few.
Well, I mean, the appropriate response to 24s is the ceremonial golf clap. Like that was the appropriate response to that, because the song I'm going with not only was a ruckus in the club, a chant, as you will, but became a way of life. If you happen to be a little late for work, you're on the highway and maybe someone's in your area and you can't exactly maneuver. It's a phrase you holler out. It comes from the diaphragm, from the soul, if you will. I'm going with nothing other than move big. Period. Him, Mystical, I-20.
You picking songs that start fights in the club.
Man. Because what was crazy about that song, you got a club hit when it's a heavy male testosterone driven song and females be right there with you word for word. Like when he said move bitch, it had no gender. Dog, cats, camels, bus drivers. Everybody could have been one. It didn't matter.
Let me say this just as an interjection to let everybody know that we are progressive around here. Bitch assness does not have a gender.
At all. Zero gender. You
Bitch
can all
assness,
suffer from it.
That's right.
On both sides of the aisle. It doesn't have a political affiliation. It doesn't have an NFL, NBA, or an MLB team.
Bitch assness can get anybody.
Yeah.
There it is. 24 is versus Move, bitch. That is your round 6, your club round. Jump down in there and let us know which one of those two you think wins this round. And we'll move to round 7.
Round 7.
The story round. Talking about something that tells a narrative, something that has some emotional weight with some grown man stuff on it, because this is grown man bars. Now, I dug deep on this one. This is one of T.I.'s more recent projects. But we all know T.I. and Tiny have an interesting relationship slash marriage.
Indeed.
I won't get into all of the Atlanta Housewives stories behind all that. However, he talked to her in a song that was really grown man, and it was called The Amazing Mr. Fuck Up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That, sir, that was an overhand right, sir. I did not see you pulling that out. I assumed right away what you were going to go with. You know what I'm saying? T.I., Justin Timberlake. I assumed that's where you was going.
Yeah.
I see you with the swerve.
No, because he got really vulnerable on that track, like opening up to the world on a record and telling them about your relationship with your wife and all the things you've done wrong.
Yeah.
That's grown man stuff, man. You got to be a tough man to be able to take doing that. So I had to give him a ton of credit for that. So I go, when we talking emotion, The Amazing Mr. Fuck Up by T.I. So what you got over there on the Luda side?
I mean, you know, I too gonna go a little different. We're used to Luda cracking jokes. We're used to Luda, right, being in the club and whatever. I, like Luda, reached deep. Luda decided to go find the queen of R&B and do a song. I'm going with none other than Runaway Love. Him, Mary J, same as T.I., you open up about a lot of things and you really get into it about real emotion, real perspectives about what's going on with your life. And, you know, you get lucky enough to kind of win a Grammy. Got to go with Runaway Love.
Yeah, I don't hate you for that one. He opened up some stories on that one. I'm not even going to hate on that one. Luda did dig deep on that one. So that's a tough one for y'all. That is your round 7, the emotional moment. So we got Runaway Love with Luda and Mary J. And we got The Amazing Mr. Fuck Up with T.I. and T.I.
Round 8.
2 more rounds left. The cultural moment. So the song that was tied to a whole era. B.A., is this on you?
It is.
What you got over there?
I mean, you know, sometimes when you need a helping hand, you got to call a friend or two, and sometimes they don't live where you live at. So you might have friends in a lot of different places, right? But I have friends and I have hope in different area codes. Shout out Nate Dogg for the hook. That song, we talking 10, 15 years later. Area codes was just that song. It was just that song.
He don't get credit for that because the only thing anybody hears when they think about that song is
it because it
got hoes.
Is it because it likes my gangster wall?
That's all you think about is Nate Dogg. That damn bowler hat on. Is it because they like my gangster ways?
I think it's one of those songs where you can't help but to love it. And I mean literally love it. It was fun. It, you know, as a man, it gave you a little catchphrase with the homies, like you just with your boys. It gave you everything, and you could play it anywhere, like anywhere.
It still worked for the women too.
Yeah,
they could just easy call us hoes.
If you had the edited version, you can play at a barbecue, family gathering, whatever. It plays riding. It plays at the car wash or kickback. Plays at the club. Clearly, it just plays. It just worked.
Yeah, for real. That is a good one. In order to counteract area codes with Luda and Nate Dogg, since you said Luda was offering people a little something, there is other times when in your life you need something. Like you're feeling down. You know, you got a lot of work to do, but you're feeling down and depressed. You just don't want to do it. Sometimes you need a little Motivation. Hey, but I ain't slowing down and I ain't stopping. This was the T.I. that I loved the most, to be real with you, was this aggressive King of the South T.I. that was just like, I'm trying to build something here and I'm not going to let anybody stop me from doing it. And I really like that because he did it. Like he did actually build. He did what he said he was going to do this whole time. And that's what made it so dope. But the horns on this track, he loved some horns in that era. He was really on horns.
He did.
But Motivation was a banger, and there's nothing anybody can say to tell me that that song doesn't play, because once you get into sports stadiums, when they start playing your song at games, pre-games, warm-ups, all that,
For real.
you got yourself a hit.
Yeah.
That'll put, why do I have so much trouble remembering your tracks? Because
you get high.
I'm not high. I just look that way all the time.
I had area code.
Luda's area codes versus T.I.'s Motivation. That's a tough vote for y'all. Get down in the comments and tell us who won round 8. And now, the final round.
Round 9.
The timeless track. The one track that lives in everybody's mind from each one of these rappers. And it's my time. I got to go with a parking lot song. I got to go with the parking lot, the cookout song. I got to go with that riding down the street on a Sunday afternoon song. Yeah, you know what it is. And it features one of the greatest rap duos ever in it. It's Front Back with T.I. and UGK. Because Front Back, side to side, it was a classic clip from a classic song that he used, and he turned it into another classic himself. You know that's barbershop on a Saturday. That's the park on Sunday. That's the basketball court on the weekends. Front Back, side to side.
Okay.
What you got over there for Luda? Luda's timeless cut.
Well, originally I was gonna go with Get Back. That was the first thought. And I stayed on that for a while. But since you went with a T.I. track where he had a duo join him, I too will go with a Ludacris track with a duo joining him, and I will see your duo with a Grammy award-winning, Oscar award-winning artist on top. None other than Georgia. Ludacris featuring Phil Mobb and Jamie Foxx. Man, ATL stand up. They played it at the Falcons game for forever. They played it at the Georgia Bulldogs game for forever. It may not be one of those timeless cuts that they keep playing in Cali or they keep playing in British Columbia, but in the South, Georgia lives on. It lived on with Ray Charles. It lives on with Ludacris.
All right. Georgia from Luda. So that's it. You got 9 rounds. You got 9 tracks from each one of us. I'm not going to run through them all because I don't want to run through them all. But y'all go back. Each round, tally up your votes. You got the scorecard for this one. You are the judges. Those 3 old white dudes sitting beside the ring with the best seats in the house that are usually paid by somebody else for their votes. We can't pay y'all for your vote. So you get to call it any way you want to call it. Put a score down in there because I'd really like to know how you scored this.
Yeah,
one.
don't just be like this person won or that person won.
Yeah.
Like I want to give me, you know what I'm saying? You know, give me a 6-3,
Yeah.
7-2. You know,
Get
Luda.
into
That's
it.
fine. That works, right?
Yeah, get into it. We got 9 rounds, so it breaks even for somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to win.
And no ties. This is not the Green Bay Packers. We are not the NFL. You cannot tie in here. You have to pick a winner.
There's no ties in hip hop. That's another problem for another show. But understand, there's no ties in hip hop.
This is not a millennial show. It's a Gen X show.
Facts.
We weren't allowed to tie. We had to play 77 innings until somebody won.
Somebody had to win, and everyone else had to lose.
Yeah.
Like, that was just the way it was.
We would play, if we tied, we played until one of us died. Either somebody scored again or somebody died.
I was so childish in my childhood that if we had the same score and you had 2 light bulbs in your number out, I won if all my lights was up. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, that's who I am as a person. I don't believe in ties. I'm going to win somehow. I don't believe it.
Gen X was that generation that hated losing more than we like winning.
Absolutely.
So that's it for us, though, y'all. We figured we'd have fun and try to finally answer this question. They had their little battle about who the king of the South was, even though they didn't mention the guy who actually was the king of the South. But it went back and forth for a while, and we've talked about this before too, BA, about how this was probably their beef was how beef should be done.
Yeah, they even ended up making a couple songs together.
Yeah, they had it out. They beefed for a little while. They both made some records, made some money off of it. Then they shook hands, got together, did 2 tracks, and never said anything else about it. That is how you beef as a grown man.
Yeah, that's the way how you handle it.
That's it. You sit down, have a beer, say it's over with, we good. That'll do it for us, y'all. So please smash on that like and subscribe, follow this channel, and put those ratings down in the comments. You are the judge. Tell us T.I. or Luda based on these 9 songs, not just the T.I. versus Luda. And we will catch y'all next week. So I'm your man, Chat. That fella over there is B.A. Next time, y'all.
Kick ass!